Hello, I'm Amanda Bradbury and I work with colour and astrology, and I'm going to talk to you about the astrology of November. So we now have both the Sun and Mars in Scorpio. So Mars moved into Scorpio on the 30th at the weekend. So this is an intensifying of the energy and a deepening of the energy. It's also, it's very much connected with water, actually. So this is something that we may be drawn to do at this time. And Scorpio there can be a holding on. So it's almost like by connecting with water, we can create more flow, more release, more ease with what's happening. So the Scorpio energy is very deep. And it's very much about looking behind the veil and seeing what's really going on. It's also to do with power. So there can be power issues going on, or situations that may feel like abuses of power too. But really it's about us empowering ourselves during this time. And Scorpio is also about relationships and intimacy, also sexuality. So it's also about exploring these areas of our lives and perhaps bringing in a sense of renewal and rejuvenation. It's like rebirth. Rebirth is also a reflection of the Scorpio energy. So tomorrow we have a new moon in Scorpio. It's at 12 degrees. And this is happening UK time at 9:15 in the evening. And it's very strong. The Scorpio energy, first of all, is very strong because the ruler of the new moon is Mars in Scorpio. So we have the Sun, Moon, Mars all in Scorpio. So it's very transformational. And the other thing that's very strong about it is it takes place on the 4th, which in the color mirrors system that I work with is Uranus, which is this bottle. And the Uranus energy is also highlighted again because at the new moon, the sun and the moon are opposite Uranus, and it's exact. So in this bottle, we can see that there's, it's like a very deep green. So this is almost like what's hidden in the shadow, what's underneath. But it is also about heart energy as well, this combination of the green and the yellow as well is about connecting with our hearts. So the sun moon opposite Uranus can be about overturning. It can be about reversals, new information. It's very much expect the unexpected. It could feel a little disturbing. You know, Uranus can bring up almost like a disturbing energy, an unsettling energy as well. And we still have both Jupiter and Saturn moving through Aquarius. And so this brings in themes around fairness and justice and human rights and our vision for the future. It also has this sense of almost like parallel experiences or parallel realities because of the symbol for Aquarius. And it may even be a time for us to consider, you know, which reality do we choose for ourselves? And it's almost like maybe it's not too late to swap from one to the other. We may have been going down one road and it may be becoming clear to us what this road is about. And so that we can then swap to this other path, perhaps. So Aquarius is also freedom. That's one of the main themes of Aquarius. So then on the 5th, we have two important transitions. And one of them is that Mercury moves into Scorpio. So it was in Libra before. Libra is about unity, consensus, but in Scorpio, it's almost like, you know, it's almost like I don't care about the consensus. It's a bit like, well, what's the truth? What's really happening? It's about getting to the root of matters. And then we have Venus also on the 5th, moving into Capricorn. It's going to be there for really quite a long while, through till March 2022, which is unusual for Venus to spend so long in a sign. And Venus in Capricorn is about getting real in relationships. It's a bit like facing up to reality. It's like, what is this relationship really? And Capricorn is also about commitment. It's actually quite serious. And so maybe in relationships and also in friendships, it's about being loyal, a sense of seriousness, a sense of loyalty, a sense of commitment. All these themes are emphasized with Venus moving through Capricorn. Now, there's a period coming up where I feel it is particularly energized and a time to watch out for. And this is the period between the 10th of November through till the 17th and around the 19th of November. So first of all, on the 10th, we have Mercury conjunct Mars at 7 of Scorpio. So this is really strong in terms of expression. It represents people coming out, speaking very directly. It's very incisive. It's really getting to the point. And so we may see many more people in the public eye coming out and expressing themselves, and it could be surprising. We've seen it already, and I think we're going to see it even more around this time. Then on the 17th, we have Mars opposite Uranus. So it's Mars in Scorpio opposite Uranus. And so this has an energy of pushing out into the open. It's almost like revealing what's hidden, revealing what's in the shadow, seeing what's really happening. So it could be quite an explosive day. It's a bit like a pressure cooker that has to burst. It could feel a bit chaotic, and it's like forcing change. So during this time, we may want to build on the opposite energies to the Scorpio, which is so intense. So the opposite would be Taurus. So it's like to be in nature, to be grounded, to help ourselves feel safe, to take care of our day-to-day life, our body, nourishment. All those things are very Taurian. Also touch, being connected with other people through touch, through physical contact. So this is a way to help us feel more grounded, more stable, and more solid during this time of very intense transformation and change. And then on the 19th of November, 8:57 a.m. UK time, we have a lunar eclipse, 27 degrees of Scorpio, very strong, really transformative, ultimately exciting. You know, for those of us who like to look deeply, you know, who feel things, who are very highly intuitive and sensitive, this is actually a positive time, because it's as if there's more coming out into the open. It's like what we've sensed and felt is now starting to show. So very, very transformative time. Also, it's like the energy of somehow mystery and magic is very strong. We may even want to withdraw, to retreat, to spend time on our own. And this is the energy of this mystery and magic, almost like making miracles. So now we have an easier time coming at the end of the month, because we have the Sun moving into Sagittarius on the 22nd of November. And then Mercury moves into Sagittarius a couple of days later on the 24th. So this is more upbeat. It's fiery, it's exciting, positive. It's about hope, a sense of hope. Also very much about creating our vision. It's like kind of firing your arrow. What is it that you would like to achieve? maybe looking at the collective situation in terms of what's this been about? How can we look at this positively? You know, what have we learned from this situation? And so this is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is also about consciousness as well. And being able to create in terms of, or through our consciousness. So I feel it's about two things. It's about seeing what's happening and discerning, but then it's also about raising our frequency, expanding our consciousness so that we can change what's been happening and start to create the new. And this will become more easy for us towards the end of the month. I'm going to show you this. This is bottle number 19, because the solar eclipse, the lunar eclipse, is happening on the 19th. I wanted to show you this bottle, number 19, which is called Buddhic Bliss. And so this really has the energy of resurrection, rebuilding. And this is where we need to place our focus at this time. So I've been talking about the astrology on a collective level. And if you might be interested in exploring your own chart to see how this may be affecting you on a personal level and how to live the energy on the highest possible level to deal with any challenges, to help with perhaps making choices, understanding the situations that may be going on around you, you can take a look at my website, which is amandabradbury.com.